Guys, we are here. Guys, we are here. Guys, we are here. Trumpins has
Hate
won
seeing ads?
the Orange
Here's how to
Man.
get rid of them, or get paid to see them. Do you know how much of the content you see on a daily basis are actually ads? That's an ad. That's an ad. Yep, all ads. That's why Pi will transform the way you scroll online. It blocks all ads for free. YouTube ads, cookie pop-ups, search ads, and it even works on Amazon. But that's not even the best part. Pi is the first ever ad blocker that will pay you if you opt in to see ads. You can finally get straight to your search results without being bombarded with a million ads. And unlike most ad blockers,
the Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
The former president's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin, a state that he narrowly lost 4 years ago. He is now the second president in U.S. history to win non-consecutive terms. The first was Grover Cleveland in the late 1800s. Senator J.D. Vance will become the 50th vice president of the United States. Voters expressed deep frustration with the Biden administration, and former President Trump and the future President Trump overperformed in urban areas, particularly with men, proving that the strategy that they doubled and tripled down on over the course of the last few months absolutely succeeded and brought him back to the White House.
47th president of the United States, former President Trump now defeats Vice President Kamala Harris, who entered this race just over 100 days ago. And for Democrats, they were projecting the possibility of running the table with battleground states. David Plouffe with the Democratic campaign of Harris campaign suggested that just yesterday. Now it is possible that Donald Trump runs the table with these states and builds on a big landslide electoral win. We don't know where the popular vote is going to finish out, but we do know that he will be going back to the White House, and with him, Brit Hume, will be a lot of changes because he will have been there once and will know what he wants to do.
You know, he often accounts for the fact that he had so much turnover in his first term, in his term as president, by the fact that he didn't really know Washington, and he was new to this realm that he had come to win the presidency in, and he promises us that now he knows whom he wants to hire. Now he knows the kind of people he wants to have around him. A lot of people are saying that means a lot of very experienced people around Washington will be ruled out, and maybe they will. But it's going to be very interesting to see the kind of people he reaches out to and reaches out for in the days and weeks ahead as he.
And you've seen you can see the joy on all these people's faces. Think about the angst and the, all that this campaign has.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
Please, let me join your guild. I want to be a part of a team.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Back on the stage he spent the last 4 years craving. In January 2021, he was a busted flush, impeached for a second time after the insurrection. A Republican Party he had cowed, suddenly disavowing him. Whatever else this is, it's a comeback of extraordinary proportions.
It is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
This was Trump minus the vengeful rhetoric of his recent campaign stops, but with the familiar discursions into Elon Musk rocket design, mixed martial arts. Into the eye of history, welcome professional golfer Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, look at him.
Kamala Harris had said Americans were exhausted by this kind of thing. Not yet, it seems.
They came from all quarters, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment.
For weeks, the polls had shown a coin flip race in the 7 swing states that would decide the election. On the day, Trump outperformed those polls comfortably. Hidden Trump voters, the polls missed, pushing his ceiling higher than predicted. Exit polls showing independents breaking for him. An 18-point swing to Trump among Latino men. Harris's 10-point lead among women, cancelled out by Trump's among men.
Especially with immigration and everything like that that's going on, I feel that Donald Trump has a better opportunity to fix those issues that we're having here.
This is my first time voting. What really attracted me to Donald Trump is I'm a Christian, and he really aligns with a lot of my values as a Christian in America.
I voted for Kamala, and I think it's especially important because just all the ridiculous and outrageous things that Trump are saying, and he's trying to make America a fascist state again.
Soon enough, the first big swing state prize fell to Trump.
CNN projects that Donald Trump will win the state of North Carolina.
And as Trump was maintaining early leads in other decisive races, at Kamala Harris's headquarters in Washington, D.C., the hope and the crowds were seeping away.
We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight.
And in the TV studios, they were calling it without calling it.
In the immortal words of Bob Dylan, you don't have to be a weatherman to know which way the wind is blowing.
Right.
Harris now left having to sweep the so-called blue wall states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania for the unlikeliest of wins.
Twisted Tea Light, the same real good tea flavor you love from Twisted Tea with fewer calories. Keep it twisted.
The cycle's time ran up.
How you doing? Have you voted already? How you doing? Have you voted already? Give me a second. You did? Thank you. Thank you so very much. You know, it's so important that everybody participates, and I thank you because I'm sure you got a lot of other things you.
Unreal.
Well, you can hear the music blaring, but within the crowd right now, it's pretty silent. A lot of glum looks on the faces here over the course of this evening. They've been playing as the returns were coming in on one of the cable channels, and frankly, they weren't the returns that most of the people here in the room wanted. So you start hearing several dozen people start chanting, "Music, music." They muted the TV and blasted some music so they could sort of lift the spirits of some of the folks here this evening. I'll tell you, based on an attendee
They
who
trying
was
to lift
at
the
one of
spirits,
the
baby.
Harris
Let me tell you
events taking
something.
place
Let
at
me
a
tell you
hotel not
something.
far from here.
Hey.
The situation there, the scene was
Look
described
at
as that of a funeral right now. Now, that doesn't mean this thing
Woo,
is over,
it's a
but it does
funeral.
give you a sense of the way people are feeling right now. I was with Kamala Harris just yesterday as she was traveling through Pennsylvania at that late night event. Actually, it was just 24 hours ago that she was with Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, Oprah Winfrey, and she
Blast
said
that music. Play that
to
music
the
up.
tens of thousands gathered that momentum is on our side, but clearly there was a different message being communicated now in the form of that document that was obtained by NBC News. The statement sent by the campaign chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, saying basically that we always knew this race was going to be tight. And increasingly, it appears
None.
that they believe the blue wall states
None.
are their best path going
No
forward at this
testosterone.
time. That's what it seems to be.
Let's go back. This guy.
The way this night seems to be.
No
Time. States
testosterone.
so they always knew this
No
race was going to
testosterone.
be tight, and increasingly it appears that they believe the blue
Loser.
wall states are their best path going forward at this time. That's what it seems to be. The way this night is going to go for most folks here. It's not the end of the road. Jen O'Malley Dillon also saying we're going to keep at it tomorrow, but We wait to hear from Kamala Harris, of course, in the course of the next couple of hours. We'll let you know.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Oh my God, guys.
Good evening, Howard. Good evening, HU. I want to say good evening to all of...
Kamala Harris's loss, a stunning defeat for Democrats.
Ooh.
I'm just devastated.
A somber mood at Harris's watch party overnight after Donald Trump dominated, blowing through the so-called blue wall of Midwest states that Democrats had counted on. Improving on his 2020 margins in more than 2,000 counties nationwide. In the key swing state of Pennsylvania, Harris underperforming President Biden's results. And further down the ballot, Republicans also flipped the Senate to their side.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
Now for Democrats, the soul-searching begins. After an unprecedented race with Harris stepping in
Hey
as
man,
the
this thing's a bit
presidential
heavy,
candidate
man.
just 100 days ago, when
I don't be
President
losing
Biden
consciousness
withdrew,
with this shit, man.
Harris tried
Why is
to
she wearing a
distance
gold
herself from
chain?
Biden,
Look at her, she look
but
goofy.
perhaps was still hampered by his legacy.
This is about what
This is
the
about
Democrats
Trump.
did while in office over the last.
Jack shit.
It is time
Right now.
On a lot of, but we don't yet fully know what that looks like. Priorities, and most of them are pretty controversial, depending on where you sit in the political spectrum here. So I think that is, I think back to Inauguration Day 2016, American carnage.
Yeah.
He closed his campaign on this dark and defiant message.
These are the faces of Kamala Harris's supporters at a watch party in Washington, D.C. right now, as a Democratic win looks less and less likely. The Harris campaign reportedly turned off projections for the rest of election night, while some began leaving the event early. It's a totally different story at the Trump election party in Florida, where Trump supporters have gone into full celebration mode. Harris won't be addressing the public on election night. Her campaign co-chair Cedric Richmond said the fight wasn't lost.
We will continue overnight.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I don't even gotta say it. I don't even gotta say it. But that's the thing. She couldn't even keep up the act all the way through. She couldn't even be respectful about it. Pathetic.
To fight to make sure that every vote is
Who is
counted,
this goofball?
that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight.
Meanwhile, the stock market is surging off a likely Trump win, with the Australian share market up 0.97%.
Unreal. Unfucking real. Unfucking real, guys.
Donald Trump's and Kamala Harris's tax policies are on completely different tracks.
I will pass gigantic tax cuts for workers and...
Well, here's the thing, guys. We're going to get these tax cuts. We're going to get these tax cuts. We are going to... We're going to get these tax cuts. We are going to flourish, guys. Absolutely flourish. We got the Orange Man back in office, guys. Remember, Orange Man. Pay attention to the board. Orange Man, guys. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. We're going to be posting more videos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 videos a day, guys. 10 videos a day. We are not stopping. We're going to be covering all of this for you guys right now. Trump versus Kamala. Absolute showdown. We already knew who was going to... We already knew. We already knew. We already knew. We already knew. We saw it from a landslide. We saw it from the landslide, guys. All right. I'll leave it there.